Hi there! Welcome to Apple World. Okay. So what was perhaps of the main banner red or green that you search for after gathering somebody? I believe that is that they said that she wasn't prepared on the grounds that when a lady finds a decent one, then, at that point, that is the very thing that you're searching for. So when we felt that the muddled show between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan was over, Lori taken out some new ammunition and totally obliterated Michael B. Jordan shit. As of late, uncovered a few new insights concerning the separation, and you all won't completely accept that what truly went down stand by Michael B. Jordan did what to Lori. Nah, he fouled up for that, so you don't have the foggiest idea how I said that we hadn't seen or heard the last about the separation between Michael B. Jordan and my young lady Lori Harvey. Well, I was onto something on the grounds that Lori is presently tossing astonishing shade at Michael B. Jordan again. Now I know the separation show has been some time, so I'm a recap for my baddies in the back. Fundamentally, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey used to be a thing, yet many individuals didn't buy and felt that it was another Hollywood peer relationship. They did their little affectionate stuff online, displayed their relationship in front of us, went on harming dates and posted adorable pictures. However, at that point in June this year, they were affirmed to have separated. The fans had a field day discussing it, since it was like everybody was pausing their breathing and trusting that this will happen. Then there were tales that they had separated on the grounds that Michael B. Jordan asked about getting hitched, yet Lori said, and turned him down, and this made fans drag Lori into her that she didn't merit Michael B. Jordan, and afterward there were air reports that Michael B. Jordan had reunited with his ex a couple of days after he and Lori separated, and that he might have never fully severed things with his ex, and afterward, individuals began hauling Michael B. Jordan and saying that he was a piece of work, gracious, and don't for a moment even get me begun on how Lori's folks Steve and Marjorie were over here in these roads, hauling Michael B. Jordan a couple of hours after the insight about the separation broke. Steve tweeted, "Love yourself, meh." Aggie Marjorie was somewhat more straightforward with her shade, and she made this post on her Instagram story that said, "You see, it worked on too lengthy. It quit smelling, so come the F out of there." Then Lori herself did a post and erase on Instagram, which is strange on the grounds that Lori seldom at any point does that. She posted this image of a vehicle with plates that said "dump him," and it was undeniable that she was alluding to Michael B. Jordan, and I believe that this is when everyone understood that there was something else to the separation show besides, we know, cause Lori seldom at any point tosses shade or gets chaotic. She has been in several peculiar connections, and when they finished, she just continued on quietly and took her little L, or her, whichever one it was. I don't remember her always being this chaotic before Michael B. Jordan, so I feel that he probably did her messy. I mean, she dated Future and didn't actually drag him or anything via online entertainment, and assuming that there's one individual that should be hauled and concealed, it's Future. In any case, I made a video discussing this previously, and I saw a really fascinating remark you all skill I like to hear back from my baddies, since I generally need to understand what you all think about the tea that I spilled. Yet anywho, this individual Nikhil, I think, offered a really fascinating remark. Nikhil said, "I think she figured out he actually cared deeply about his ex, or he was cheating with his ex, and that it's the reason they separated." Laura removed their photos downright, which implies he treated her terribly. They're simply not talking about it, so individuals are accepting that he needs to push ahead with Lori, and she would have rather not yet. I accept that is not the story he needed to continue on. Yet presently with Lori, Nikhil, I will require you to slide into my DMs genuine speedy and let me know who your sources are, cause you was right on the head with this one. I mean, right on the head left. To me tell you, Lori had a meeting with Tiana Taylor and Laura uncovered what her warnings in a relationship are. And well, she offered something pretty fascinating. Okay, so what was quite possibly of the main banner red or green that you searched for after gathering somebody? Okay, so in the event that you had a red, what might it be? I would agree, assuming you're excessively near your exes, that is a warning. Listen the shade. All things considered, presently before you all come for me in the remarks, cause I realize you love to tussle. I realize that she didn't name Michael B. Jordan or any such thing. However, assuming we're being straightforward, we as a whole know she's discussing him. I mean, he was only her last sweetheart. So who else is she going to discuss when you likewise consider the reports about him being tricky and reuniting with his ex after several days? Well, we can gather 2 and 2 into a single unit and get 4. Yet, for the people who are as yet questioning, I got one more hotspot for you. All that said, exactly the same thing I'm discussing Lisa Beam and how she uncovered Michael B. Jordan for attempting to sneak around on Lori while they were still attached. She expressed this on Mixed Drinks with Sovereign, I believe, that they said that she wasn't prepared in light of the fact that when a lady finds a decent one, then, at that point, that is the very thing you're searching for. I figure the laid-out relationship that Michael had before this one, I think that perhaps that online entertainment that was all a great deal for himself. And I believe that you realize I will say this. I caught wind of his ex, and him was serious to the point that he might have missed her now. We must regard Lisa Beam and how she carefully spilled the tea. I likewise tracked down it. Interesting how she continued to say, I heard like Marjorie isn't her closest companion. Young lady, quit playing with me. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the two's field is only reality, so quit playing saying you heard when you realize it's actual. I additionally find it somewhat charming that she guarded Lori when everyone was discussing how she botched an incredible open door with Michael B. Jordan. So did Michael B. Jordan genuinely undermine Lori, or did he take things farther by messaging his ex while he was still with Lori? Well, we don't have the responses to that yet. I believe we will find out in the not-so-distant future since, like I said in the first place, I tend not to believe we're even close to the furthest limit of this show yet. Additionally, assuming Michael B. Jordan was truly venturing out on Lori genuinely and being tricky with his exit sort of makes sense of why Steve and Marjorie were tossing conceal at him online when they never did that to any of the other obscure men that Lori recently dated. Diddy's child, a future, however, responding to this wreck. A client said Lori is dating in the event that she was not in a public eye. She will be censored for doing likewise that the vast majority do before they wed and have youngsters. She is dating till she finds the right one since she isn't willing to settle for anything. Doesn't make her any of the pessimistic names individuals like to call her. I'm happy Lori has basic expectations and limits. She doesn't need to make anything short of what she merits. And on the off chance that this ain't reality, then I don't have the foggiest idea what another client said. I let a companion know that Lori Harvey could have